thank you for being here today. Seriously, you guys are awesome for taking the time out of your busy day to join me. So it's my goal to make this as worth your while as possible. I'm beyond excited for what we're going to dive into, and trust me, you're going to love it. So if you've got questions during this training, drop them in the questions box. My crew will do their best to hit you back with the answers, but keep in mind, we've got a Q&A section towards the end that's going to cover most of the most common and biggest questions. I'll be using a slide deck for some of the training today because some of the concepts are just easier to wrap your head around when you see them spelled out for you. When I start showing off the AI tools and the exact prompts that I use, you'll want to take some screenshots. Seriously, go ahead and screenshot everything. You'll want to come back to it later, so go nuts. Don't worry, it's not all slides. I'll be doing live demos where you can see all the AI goodness happening in real time. So, all right, enough of the chit chat, let's rock and roll. The name of today's training is How Ordinary People Are Making 7 Figures with Just 10 Words and AI. To kick things off today, I have 4 simple true or false questions for you, but your answers are very important. Question number 1, it's too late to get started with AI. I waited too long and have missed the boat. False. 2023 was like the Wild West, with new apps coming out every 5 minutes. It was overwhelming, like throwing 200 tennis balls to a hyperactive golden retriever and expecting him to stay focused on just one. But today, we have tools that have become the industry standard, making this the best time to dive into AI. Question number 2. AI is confusing and will take forever to learn. It seems over my head and I simply don't have the time. That's false. Working with AI is just as easy as having a simple conversation. Today's training is about an hour long or so, and there will be a portion that it's going to take around 4 minutes, where you're going to learn absolutely everything you need to know in that time. True or false question number 3, I can't make money with AI. You need to be an expert with tons of experience, fancy degrees, a long list of happy clients in order to get hired by new clients who will pay you a lot of money. Plus, I don't know the first thing about working with clients. False. Having an expertise and a proven track record is nice, but all that matters is that you can do a slightly better than average job. And as you'll see shortly, there is nobody and nothing out there that can do a better job faster than AI. Meaning, you can be a complete beginner and still make good money with AI. Plus, I'm going to share a number of dead simple ways to let AI bring you brand new clients and complete all of the work for them. A lot of people are calling this training the 30-minute entrepreneur because, well, 30 minutes a week is all it takes to be successful. True or false question number 4. AI is an overhyped fad. That's definitely false. AI is the fastest growing industry in modern history. Many of the largest companies in the world are investing massive amounts of money because they know it is the future. The real question is, how much money are they investing and how can you get your hands on some of it? Well, companies like Google and Amazon, Apple, Intel are investing hundreds of millions, or in Google's case, billions of dollars into AI, and that's just this year alone. This year's total investment from the large corporations is over $8.6 billion. That's more than the Hollywood movie industry. And their annual investments are going to be around $26 billion a year by the year 2030. So how big is the AI opportunity? Well, billionaire Mark Cuban believes that the next trillionaire will be an AI entrepreneur. Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI, the company that makes ChatGPT, and Marvin Lau, one of the most prolific tech investors in the world, both believe that the first one-person, $1 billion a year business is coming in the next 2 years thanks to AI. Imagine that, working from your home by yourself and making $1 billion. It's insane. This is the easiest time ever to make a life-changing amount of money with AI. However, right now, you might be worried that this is yet another incredible opportunity that you're going to miss out on. Don't worry, that's perfectly normal. And in our short amount of time that we have together today, my goal is to make a big impact on you in a number of ways. I want to provide confidence where there was once uncertainty, clarity where there was once confusion, and freedom by helping you to unlock your true potential to make your mark in this world. Yet, if nothing else, I'm here to make you money. Lots of money. Why do I want to do this? I want to help you make money so that, well, I can make money too. And I believe in my heart of hearts that this is the best opportunity for you to succeed, period. You'll see people who are using the exact system I'm going to share with you today, who are using it to make between $10,000 and $1 million a month. In fact, you're going to see a lot of them. However, here's who I want you to try and emulate in your approach. This is Javier. He's already taken home about $4,500 in his first 2 weeks. He's a father of 4 and a first-time grandfather. He still technically works at his construction job full-time, and he babysits his granddaughter at night times and on weekends. If he can do it, so can you. Let's discuss where we're going to focus our energy in order to make the most amount of money with the least amount of work. There's one part of every business that's absolutely vital. This area is what brings in new customers and gets them to spend money. It's the easiest area to break into since it doesn't require any degrees or special training, certifications, or even prior experience. Plus, you don't have to worry about having to reinvent the wheel or anything. You can make some serious money with some tiny tweaks to what that business is already currently doing. And as you'll see in today's training, writing as little as 10 words and using the AI in a very specific way can change your life forever. So what is this area that's in all businesses that I'm talking about? Well, we're talking about marketing. Marketing is absolutely vital to every single business. If we think about a business almost like a person's body, marketing would be the lungs. You breathe out marketing efforts in the forms of things like ads and emails, and you breathe in new customers. Marketing is what brings us the oxygen that we need to survive. 100% of all profits that a business generates is a direct result of effective marketing. Without effective marketing, there's no revenue. No revenue means bills don't get paid, employees get fired, and the business cannot survive. Therefore, effective marketing is the most crucial area of any business, period. The greatest products and services in the world will struggle to sell if they're not advertised in the right way. No matter how skilled or talented a person might be, they will remain the, quote, best kept secret that no one's ever heard of. The largest social media following, subscriber bases, email lists won't mean anything if they aren't monetized by communicating in the right way. And every bit of effort that anyone puts into growing a business will be a complete waste if there's no customers. Period. Guess what? It doesn't matter if you're writing ads, emails, commercials, blog articles, sales letters, or anything else. Really effective and transformative marketing revolves around one crucial skill: copywriting. Copywriting is the art of communicating in a way that maximizes the sales of your products or services that are being advertised. Copywriting is the art of helping a person guide themselves down a logical path where they arrive at the conclusion that we want, but they feel like they got there all on their own. Copywriting is what persuades a person to take an action, such as clicking on an ad, booking a call, leaving a review or a testimonial, making a purchase, taking optional upgrades after that first purchase, or taking just about any other kind of action that we want. Being able to do this consistently means you will always have money coming in. In other words, copywriting controls everything. And today, you're going to see how we use AI to tap into the brains of the greatest copywriters of all time by doing nothing more than copying and pasting a few sentences that I've already prepared for you. So if copywriting is so vital and worth so much money to a business, why isn't everyone a multi-millionaire copywriter? The answer is because most copywriters have been lied to and never realize it. You might have heard advice from gurus saying you should specialize in one thing to make all the money, like how brain surgeons make more money than general doctor. That sounds good in theory, but in reality, it is terrible advice for copywriters. And here's why. Doctors deal with patients who have very specific needs. They need surgeries and specific care and medications, and getting improper care, well, if that happens, they could die. But we're not dealing with patients' lives. We're dealing with clients who want to make more money. Our job is to help businesses grow. So we need to think like business owners and not doctors. Look at the top business leaders like CEOs. They aren't the best at any one thing, but they are really good at making decisions and guiding the company. They learn one skill, which is decision making, and they leverage it to go as wide as possible, rather than going deep into any one specific area. And this is how it works for everybody at an executive level. And according to the latest numbers, executives get paid over 344 times more than employees who work hard to be specialists. So, if you think copying this specialist doctor strategy will make you successful in copywriting, you're wrong. Sorry. All it will do is limit the number of clients that you can work with, and it will drastically lower how much they value you. Our goal is to learn a skill and leverage it to appeal to as many clients as possible in as many different ways as possible. We want to show them that we can help make them more money. For every $1 they pay us, they should feel confident that they will get multiple dollars back. To do this, we need a solid strategy to attract clients and show them that we are the absolute best choice. Just like persuasive copywriting helps people come to the conclusion that our product or service is a no-brainer, we need to market ourselves the same way. We want potential clients to see dollar signs when they think about hiring us. And to do this, we need to present ourselves in a way that makes them want to come to this conclusion on their own. Today, we'll start by creating a strategy to make us look like the absolute best solution for their problems. Next, we'll learn how to leverage AI to complete all of our copywriting for us. We'll develop one skill with AI and leverage it to get paid in as many ways as possible. We're going to set ourselves up for long-term success and growth by delivering incredible results with little more than some copying and pasting. So if that sounds good, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. You'll discover why copying and pasting is the only skill you need to make some damn good money with AI. 12 unique methods for getting between $2,500 and $244,000 deposited directly into your bank account. Some could come within 24 hours from right now or even sooner. You'll discover a no-cost strategy that was never designed to get you high-paying clients, but it does so anyway. How to get paid nice, big, fat royalty checks for life from running a single AI prompt that takes less than 15 seconds to complete. The best part is your clients will think you're an absolute genius and will be thrilled to send you money every month. You'll become an instant AI expert by following my dead simple 4-item checklist. This is how you'll get jaw-dropping results from the very first time you use it. You'll discover the 30-second AI hack that turns traditional marketing on its head. The AI will effortlessly create automatic sales magic that works behind the scenes, turning any product or service into an irresistible buy. Even if you hate the idea of sales and don't think you could sell a fresh hot meal to a starving person. This is virtually guaranteed to outperform the top marketers and copywriters, even if you don't know the first thing about marketing. The dead simple 2-sentence writing structure behind trillions of dollars in sales every year, and how you can tap into it to flood your bank account with some of that cash. Plus, this is stuff you'll do once and get paid for it forever. But more than any of that, I'm going to give you the greatest wealth-generating superpower you could ever ask for: leverage. Leverage is your secret to making more money with less effort. Imagine you have a Swiss Army knife, but instead of tiny blades and useless corkscrews, everything on the knife pays you money. This is what we call leverage, and it's what the savviest and most successful people in the world use to generate real wealth. Leverage is all about using one skill to make money in many different ways. Instead of learning lots of skills, you master one and apply it creatively. And today's training, I'll show you how we use AI to get paid in at least a dozen different ways with one simple skill. Payments start around $2,500 that only go up from there, as well as royalties that will pay you every single month for life. And you'll see how one student was able to use his new form of leverage to take home slightly under $250,000 from a single client. That's coming up a little bit later, so you definitely don't want to miss it. What I'm going to show you is extremely powerful, and you could have clients by this time tomorrow if you take action. So I want you to say, yes, I am committed to getting paid at least $2,500 and have that directly deposited into my bank account by tomorrow. I'm willing to take action, even if it's a little bit outside my comfort zone. Well, I want to be transparent with you. While the examples and strategies I'll be sharing in this webinar have yielded positive results for many, I cannot guarantee that you'll achieve the same level of success. Every individual's situation is different, and the outcomes that you witness are not necessarily typical. Your success in implementing the strategies discussed here is contingent upon various factors, including but not limited to your personal dedication, your work ethic, your diligence with which you apply the knowledge gained from this training. Remember, the information presented here is intended for educational purposes only and should not be construed as financial advice. Ultimately, the results you achieve are determined by the actions and decisions that you take. I believe I'm uniquely qualified to give you the best AI copywriting and client getting formulas on the planet. Perhaps better than any that you've learned anywhere else, even if you paid good money for it. Best of all, I can do it in about an hour. I want us to agree that I can't teach you everything you need to know in just one measly hour. So naturally, I'll be making you an offer at the end. I'm letting you know this now because the way it works is those who sign up first get the best bonuses, the best prices. My plan is to give you the best 60 minutes of money-making AI training that you've ever heard of to prove to you that my offer at the end is an incredible deal. Sound good? I'm going to show you exactly how to get rid of a lot of expensive and time-consuming junk that until now people said was necessary to grow a business. Regardless if you're just getting started today, you're a freelancer, you run an agency, you already have a 6, 7, or 8-figure company, and replace it all with a single AI-powered tool that will do 99% of the work for you. One that's faster, easier, and makes you a lot more money. In fact, if you're just getting started, this is going to give you the most ridiculous unfair advantage you'll ever see. But I'm putting an extreme limit on the amount of people who can have access to this tool. The more this catches on, the less of an unfair advantage you'll have. This will work for you even if you have absolutely no experience at all. You don't know the first thing about business. You've never worked with clients before and have no idea where you'd even find them. You barely touch your computer and think that this might be over your head. Or you've heard of ChatGPT but really have no idea what it is, let alone how to use it. Or any other BS excuses that you tell yourself. Let's discuss some AI basics. This is going to be absolutely everything that you need to know in order to make some big bucks with AI, so please pay close attention. This is ChatGPT. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before, but in case you haven't, let's discuss it piece by piece. Up here in the top left corner is what we call GPTs. These are little mini applications that people build to handle all kinds of things. We're not going to cover GPTs right now, but a little later, I'm going to share with you one that will take the hardest part of landing new clients, something that typically takes 30 to 45 minutes of work and reduces it down to about 15 seconds. I haven't seen this anywhere else, so you're not going to want to miss it. Moving on, the GPTs are conversations. You could think of these each as a different project or a different employee. You give it a prompt and the AI responds with useful answers and suggestions. This is how the AI will complete the work for us. And the coolest part is that each conversation has its own memory. So you can start something now and then come back in the future and pick up right where you left off. Over here is our output field. ChatGPT displays all of the output that it produces for you. And down here is our input/prompt bar, where you feed ChatGPT your prompts and your recipes. So a prompt is just a question or a command. A recipe is the use of multiple prompts that are daisy-chained together to achieve a bigger and better final output. Here's a very basic prompt. You might ask something like, what are the top 5 fast food items in America? Basic prompts like this are fine if we're just asking a simple question. But when we want the AI to produce something bigger and better for us, we're going to use something called an expert prompt. You'll see what this looks like in a second, but let's stick to this simple one prompt question right now. So we simply ask it for the top 5 fast food items in America. And in a second, we get our answer. By the way, you can ask it for as many items as you want. I just went with 5 for the sake of this demo. Now let's turn this single prompt into a full recipe. We're going to turn this into a cookbook that teaches people how to make their own fast food items at home, along with a full nutritional breakdown. To do this, we're going to use an expert prompt. Let's take a look at what one of these things looks like and how they work. The idea behind expert prompts is pretty simple. The AI doesn't know what you want or how you envision the final output to be. So we simply have to give it some basic criteria that it can use to produce the final output that we want. First, we give it a rank. This way, the AI will understand how to approach the work that we want to give it. Is it going to behave like a complete beginner, a world-class expert, something in between? Next, we tell the AI what the job title is. If you wanted to write a book that's similar in style to Stephen King, you're going to want to tell it that it's a famous author who writes very similarly to Stephen King. Next is the specialty. You might not always need this one, but telling the AI what it specializes in will help the output to get closer to what you're envisioning in your mind. And finally, we need to give it a clear task. This is where you simply tell the AI what you want it to do. So here's an example. Today, you're an expert. That's our ranker level. Chef, our job title. Who specializes in writing easy-to-follow recipes. There's our specialty. I need you to provide an ingredient list and a recipe, each of the fast food items that you listed above. There's our clear task. And there we are. We've got our full ingredient list and recipes for all 5 items. As long as we're working on our fast food inspired cookbook, we don't need to change our extra prompt. AI will keep going with these instructions because remember, it has a memory, and this is one of the cool uses of that memory. So that's pretty awesome, but what else do we need? How about a nutritional breakdown of each item? Boom, there they are. Do you see how easy that is? In just a few seconds, we got a list of the top 5 fast food items with an ingredient list, cooking instructions, and nutritional breakdown. Building your AI prompt recipes is just as easy, and we can keep building this out in a million different ways depending on what we want to do. But believe it or not, that's it. The method I'm going to be showing you is so easy that for our purposes, this is literally all you need to know about using AI to start making money with it as soon as today. In a second, you will learn how we're going to use what you just learned to make a lot of money. But first, who am I and why should you listen to me? My name is Josh Rosenberg, and I quit my last real office job to start my entrepreneurial journey in 2005, and I was completely overwhelmed. There were so many things to figure out that I had no idea about. Web design, SEO, product creation, building an email list, affiliate marketing. What the hell is this thing called WordPress that was brand new? There weren't a ton of resources or communities to turn to like there are today. It really was the Wild West. Eventually, I got to know some people who were already very successful and were just going to get way more successful in the future. They saw that I really hadn't made any money in my first year and a half, and they all told me the same thing. To focus on copywriting because it's the most in-demand skill there is, it's highly leverageable, and you can make millions of dollars from just one really good offer. So I immersed myself in learning copywriting. I went to seminars, I read every book I could get my hands on, I took courses, and eventually I started working for free just to build a portfolio on a client list. As I improved, I started charging more and more. Before I knew it, my fees had shot up to $25,000 plus 15% in royalties for life for a single sales letter. How could I charge this much? Well, the image you see on the screen is from 2008. This is an offer I wrote that was averaging $25,000 to $30,000 a day. So of course, the business owner was willing to pay me that kind of a fee. They made their money back 100 times over. By 2020, I worked with clients in 26 different niches and industries, generating over $135 million in revenue worldwide. Plus, I started getting featured on a lot of major media outlets like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, VH1, MTV, the Howard Stern Show, Wired Magazine, and a ton more. While these numbers might sound impressive to some of you, nearly all professional copywriters face the same challenges: acquiring clients and completing the work for them. Finding new clients is extremely time-consuming. Reaching out to potential clients effectively the right way oftentimes would take 3 or 4 hours every time I wanted to introduce myself. And once you have a client, the work that you do for them usually takes up so much of your time that it is impossible to reach out to anyone else until your current job is done. This means you're constantly dealing with feast or famine. But everything changed in 2021. 2 years before the world was introduced to ChatGPT, I was invited to participate in a beta test of this brand new AI software that was designed to allow people to create tools to automate parts of their business. And my only goal was to build an AI tool that would allow me to acquire brand new customers practically on autopilot. I had been freelancing for so long that I knew exactly what this tool should have and what it could avoid. It didn't take long before this tool was complete, and what used to take 3 to 4 hours could now be done in like 15 seconds. Naturally, this tool started getting a lot of attention, but I wasn't done yet. I didn't just want a tool that would bring me clients quickly and easily. I wanted one that would complete the work for me too. Well, we'll get into that in just a moment. I was now finding and closing clients like clockwork. Small local businesses, online business, large corporate clients, international companies, nonprofit charities, law firms, medical treatment facilities, health and wellness businesses, supplement manufacturers, software developers, the list went on and on. Word quickly got out, and I was featured as an AI expert and keynote speaker at more than a dozen conferences, expos, and summits, as well as a guest on more podcasts than I could count. I knew I was onto something, and I really wanted to put my expertise above everybody else out there. So I got my degree in AI for business strategy from MIT, the #1 tech school on the planet. Shortly after that, I was named one of the top 10 AI consultants in the world. And so that's why I know when it comes to the world of artificial intelligence to help you make money, there are very few people on the planet more qualified than me. Now, I'm going to share my awesome AI tool with you in just a minute. But first, there's something very important that you need to know. All marketing is exactly the same. It all follows the same 2-sentence structure. My life was in bad shape and I tried everything I could, but nothing worked. Just when I was ready to give up, I discovered this secret, and now my life is amazing. So let's take a look at how this will work in a few different niches so you can see how universal it really is. So for a health and weight loss offer, you might say, I struggled with my weight for years, trying countless diets and exercise routines with no success. When I discovered this personalized workout app, my life transformed. I'm now in the best shape of my life. For a dating offer, I was perpetually single, trying various dating apps and events with no luck in finding a meaningful connection. Then I discovered a dating service that used advanced compatibility algorithms, leading me to meet my perfect match, and we've never been happier. And for a home organization offer, my home was always cluttered and chaotic, making me stressed out and unhappy. Once I stumbled upon this minimalist home organizational system online, my space transformed. Now, everything has a place and my mind is at ease. I had an idea. Since all marketing follows the same basic formula and AI knows how to write anything you tell it to when prompted correctly, what if I created universal prompt recipes that would do all of the copywriting for me automatically? Each prompt would just need one simple variable for you to fill in, such as the word dating for a dating business or the words weight loss for a weight loss business. The output was decent, but nothing great. Something seemed to be missing. Then it dawned on me. Great marketing has to be persuasive, use strong sales psychology, and most importantly, it has to connect with people on a deep personal level. This mastery of human connection is what distinguishes the world's top copywriters and what generates over $1 billion a year across every industry imaginable. I went back to the drawing board. I knew I wanted a large collection of AI prompt recipes, but they had to be more than that. Imagine an AI-powered tool that actually produces high-converting copy, which understands your audience's deepest desires and says exactly what they need to hear in order to buy from you. It's like it dives directly into their minds, fishes out the emotions that we're trying to tap into, and lays everything out in words that just click. And once you use these prompts, it feels like you're cheating, but it's not. It's using the brilliance of AI. It's fast, it's effective, and honestly, it's almost as if you cracked a code that nobody else has. It's as if we've somehow managed to get the greatest copywriters of all time to spill their secrets and downloaded their genius directly into these recipes. After 6 months of working day and night and barely sleeping, genius copy prompts were born. And this is the secret weapon we are going to be using to produce world-class marketing assets and make a ton of money in the process. But first, I need to make sure we are on the same page and have the same understanding of how a sales funnel works. This will ensure that there is no confusion. First, we have the initial click. A person clicks on an ad, social media post, or link in an email, something like that. A person is then taken to an opt-in page where they are asked to, opt in to a mailing list in exchange for something called a free bribe. This is usually a PDF ebook. This will put them on an email list where you can market to them on an ongoing basis. Next, they're going to go to a sales page where they'll be offered to buy something. After purchasing, they'll be offered several upsells. And that's basically it. A lot of people like to make sales funnels seem more complicated than this, but it's really this simple. So where is our copywriting really needed? Well, for one, it's in our ads. I don't care if it's Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, other platforms, we need it in ads. I also need it in social media posts, so Twitter or X, whatever it's called this week, TikTok videos, blog posts, you get the idea. For lead generation, this is our opt-in pages, as well as the complete PDF bribe that we give people for opting in. We also see for our email marketing. So these are email blasts. These are emails that will go out to our entire list. Autoresponder sequences. So when somebody opts in, they're getting emails that we already wrote and we already set up and they're queued up and they go out at a scheduled time. So it's kind of set it up once and then forget about it and it works automatically in the background, as well as onboarding email sequences. So if we want to try to get people to schedule a call with us for maybe a more high ticket program, we're going to be onboarding them where we kind of indoctrinate them with our philosophies and our beliefs. So this is another kind of email marketing. We also need them for our landing pages, our sales pages, and our upsell pages. So if you have a software company, that's what SaaS is, software as a service. So those landing pages need a lot of copy. E-commerce landing pages, quiz funnels, where essentially we are asking people to answer several questions so that we know what we're going to do with them. We know if we're going to try and sell them something very low ticket, medium price, high ticket, whatever it is we're going to do. That quiz is all about understanding them and their psychology. We also need copywriting for our sales pages and our upsell pages. This is where we make all of our money. So I made the decision to combine my genius copy prompts with the AI-powered client acquisition tool that I had already built. And I knew that I had changed the game forever. Here's how it works. We use the AI to find brand new clients, high-paying clients, and we do it quickly. Next, we have a simple conversation with them. They basically just tell us everything that we need to know about their product or service. Using this information, we fill in our tiny variables in our genius copy prompt recipes. We then copy and paste all this into something like ChatGPT, and you can use Gemini or Claude or anything else you want, but for the sake of today's training, we're going to stick with ChatGPT. At this point, the AI will do all of the work. Let's say we find a new client who sells an online course that helps first-time dog owners train their brand new high-energy dogs, and they need us to create a series of Facebook ads for them. First, we're going to use a prompt like this to tell ChatGPT exactly what we want from it. So here's how it starts. As a Facebook ad specialist, I need your help creating ads for a product that helps, here's a variable, first-time dog owners train their high-energy puppies. First, tell me 5 problems, issues, and concerns that a new dog owner might have when they first, here's our other variable, bring home a new high-energy puppy. Now, you don't have to worry about writing out this prompt or anything this complicated at all. The entire thing is already pre-written. You just have to copy and paste it into ChatGPT and fill in those variables that are in blue. That's it. And remember, we've already spoken with this client. They told us these are the answers. There's going to be a live demonstration coming up soon, so don't worry. But for this part, I think it'll be easier for you to follow along when you see it written out like a slide. And of course, you can take screenshots. All right, perfect. ChatGPT has now given us the 5 problems that we asked for. It took about 2 seconds, and we have a full list of highly detailed issues that new dog owners might encounter. This is going to be the base for all of our ads. So excessive chewing and biting, hyperactivity, lack of focus, demanding exercise needs, difficulty house training, socialization issues. Great, awesome. Let's turn these into ads. Next, we just copy and paste the following genius copy prompt that's in our recipe. So in this case, it says, Write a Facebook ad for each of these problems. Each ad should be at least 100 words and in the AIDA copywriting format, and should tell an emotional story from a first-person perspective. Use emojis. Do not mention a solution until the very end of each ad, where you should tell them to, quote, click on the link below, unquote. And then I specify saying that AIDA stands for Awareness, Interest, Desire, and Action. This is a common style of ad format that copywriters will use to build a person's interest. But you don't need to know what AIDA stands for or how it works. The AI has you totally covered. It knows this already. All you need to do is copy and paste. In this particular Genius copy prompt, there was 0 variables for you to fill in. Just copy and paste. Just like that, we have 5 ads already done. There's one for each problem that the AI already told us that our target customer might encounter. This means that these are incredibly focused on exactly who the ads are meant for. Okay, now it's time to discuss how we're going to be making some money. First, we find businesses in less than 60 seconds who need marketing help. And that's almost all businesses. Plus, we set up systems that bring businesses to us and forces them to pay our full rates up front. We offer them something we can create in just a few minutes from start to finish, which happens to offer a lot of value. This makes it almost automatic for us to close them for larger and much more lucrative projects afterwards. And no matter how big those future projects are, the AI will still do 99% of the work. We're going to be offering to create lead generation funnels for clients for a few reasons. Number one, absolutely every single business needs a way to generate leads. Number two, the AI can complete all of the work in about 15 minutes. And number three, we can charge around $2,500 for a full lead generation funnel and then easily get much more lucrative work afterwards. So it's a great way to bring in quick cash as well as secure money for the future. So let's see how this works. And then we're going to be building our lead generation funnel live and in real time. Step one, a person clicks on an ad similar to the ones that we already created a few minutes ago. Step two, that ad takes them to an opt-in page where they're asked to enter their email address in exchange for some kind of a PDF ebook, a checklist, a cheat sheet, or some other kind of a bribe. Step three, when they enter their email address, they'll be added to an email list with pre-written marketing emails ready to convert them into customers. This lead gen funnel is designed to take total strangers and turn them into red-hot leads. This is what we're going to be offering business owners. First, since, well, it's the very first thing that they're going to need for their marketing. This is the very first time that a prospective customer ever gets to know who we are or who this business is. So that's why this is first. It's our very first touch point. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to show you several ways that the AI is going to get us new clients in a few minutes. But first, let's look at exactly what we're going to be offering them and how we're going to price everything. The price for ads is typically around $50 per ad, but nobody in their right mind goes to market with just one ad or 2 ads. That's absurd. The minimum that most businesses will start with is around 10. So at $50 a piece, that's $500 right away. Next, those ads need to take our visitors to an opt-in page. And so the cost for creating the opt-in page copy is around $250. And you're going to see it's very easy to put together with AI, but previously it was kind of a pain in the butt. Then the price of the PDF bribe that we give away is going to be roughly $1,000. Why? Because, well, most people have never written more than 2 or 3 pages, maybe 4 pages at a time in their entire life. So to offer to, say, create a 25, 30, 50-page ebook is incredibly daunting. It would take an average person weeks, if not months, to do. This is where a lot of people just stop and keel over and run away because it's so overwhelming. So charging $1,000 to do it for them, that's almost a no-brainer. Well, now that people have opted in and gotten their bribe, we need to be able to supply emails to follow up with them and turn these leads into potential clients. So a normal starting out basic email follow-up sequence has roughly 5 emails in it, and $125 per email is absolutely average. And the reason is these are emails that are written once and then will be used for years on end. So we can charge a premium since the customer or client is going to get a lot of uses out of them. So $125 is incredibly fair. You can usually charge a whole lot more, but I'm trying to be conservative. So for 5 of those, that's about $750. So already we have 4 different ways we're able to leverage our AI copywriting to get paid from this client. 4 different ways. And it's not like a client can really go without any 1 or 2 of these items. They're going to need all of them in order to have a lead generation funnel. So right away, we're getting paid a decent amount of money. The total amount of money that we earn from this one lead generation funnel is $2,500. And you can complete everything necessary for this $2,500 lead gen funnel in roughly 15 minutes. That's the equivalent of making $10,000 an hour. Now, I know we're not doing these 4 of these an hour and getting, 8 hours a day of work of just lead gen funnels, but 15 minutes of work for $2,500 is still a whole lot of money. There's roughly 260 work days in a year, and you can quickly and easily do 1 lead generation funnel a day in your part-time. That means that if you do 1 a day for those 260 days out of a year, you'll have made $650,000. But if you only want to work with, 130 people, that's half of the 260. So if you only want to work every other day, that's still $325,000 a year that we're making. That's a ton of money. But let's say you are insanely busy. You work the longest hours known to man. You come home exhausted and don't have the energy to copy and paste a few prompts. There's emergencies that are constantly popping up, or life just seems to always get in the way. And you only have the ability to work with just one $2,500 client per week. So you can only work 15 minutes a week. That means you're still making $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year, all in just about 15 minutes a week. So how do we get clients? Really freaking easy. That's how. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, there are 33.2 million small businesses registered in the U.S. alone. You have to work pretty damn hard not to find clients. In my opinion, Fiverr is the best place to get started when you want clients today, especially when you're just getting started. It's incredibly easy to get up and running, and they make things really as simple for you as possible. So what's so great about Fiverr? Well, first, you got direct client interaction. Clients come to you and they pay up front. You don't have to deal with them at all until after they've gotten paid. You don't even know they exist until after they've paid, which is awesome. You've got global market access. Connect with clients worldwide, expanding your customer base very quickly so you don't just have to think about working with clients who are local to you. You can easily start taking on clients from anywhere on the planet. There's upselling opportunities, increasing your earnings by offering additional services or expedited delivery. The work that you're going to have the AI do only takes a couple of minutes, but in my experience, it's never good to deliver your work that quickly. Clients are going to assume that there's no way that it can be that good if it's delivered that fast. So instead, here's the smart thing to do. You're going to offer to deliver your work in, let's say, 5 days for one price, but you can expedite it and give it to them in 3 days for a higher price. Or you can really expedite it and have it done for them and ready to go in just 1 day. And that's going to come at a much higher price. The funny thing is that most business clients will pay the highest price because they want the work done fast. They want you to prioritize them above any other potential clients. So this is one additional way that we're going to make more money from the same work. See how we're using leverage to make as much as possible with one scale? So we can also create long-term clients. You can turn a one-time client into repeat business. And when you're finished up with the work for a client, you just message them and say something like this. I really enjoyed getting to work on this project for your business. It sounds like a great industry, and I'd love to be able to work with you more often because I know I can knock it out of the park for you. So if you like the quality of my work and you're happy with how quickly I got it done, I'd love to explore how we can work together on a much more regular basis. Next, you've got unlimited gigs. So anytime you post up on Fiverr that you are available for hire for something that's called a gig, and you can post as many gigs as you want. So you get a wider range of clients looking to hire you. There's just one issue with this though. Each time that you want to post a new gig, it can take between 25 and 45 minutes. I've seen some people, it takes them about an hour to write everything out because you're going to want to be pretty detailed. But don't worry, you're not going to be wasting that much time. I've built a tool for you, a specialized GPT, which I'll show you a little later on, that will cut this time down from 45 minutes to about 30 seconds. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing this with you in just a little bit. But for now, let's keep going. You can set your prices as high or as low as you want and change them at any time. This is huge because it will let you raise your rates easily without any pushback. And a lot of people, when they're just getting started, I recommend that you set your prices a little bit lower so that clients are more inclined to work with you. And you can even tell them, hey, I set my prices lower intentionally because I'm trying to get better feedback. So if you like to work, give me a 5-star review. Now, once you've collected a few of those, then you raise your rates. Best of all, clients can come to us 24/7, 365. Even when you're sleeping, they're all over the world. We don't know what their work hours are, but they're going to be able to find us whenever it's convenient for them so we can get hired at any time. And I'm telling you from a lot of experience for myself and people that I've trained, it is perfectly normal to wake up with several new orders from people who weren't there the night before when you went to bed. Fiverr is great and all, and a lot of people get started on there. But eventually, if you're like most people, you're going to feel like you've kind of outgrown them. And you want to work with much bigger and more lucrative clients, especially when you've built up a portfolio and you have a lot of success behind you. You're going to want to get paid even more money to do essentially the same work. So in a moment, I'm going to show you how we can get the AI to get you laser-targeted, high-paying clients in the fastest, easiest, and most effective way possible. First, let's look at just how fast and simple it is to fulfill the work for our new $2,500 clients. All right, so I had mentioned before that we can create a lot of money with as little as 10 words, and I meant it. So what we have right here is our primary genius copy prompt recipe. This is incredibly powerful, and there's a lot going on from top to bottom. We're going to go into the whole thing later on, so you'll see what everything is. But for now, we're just going to be working on creating everything that we need to for our lead generation funnel. So everything is already done for you, except for the words that are in blue. This is what you would type in yourself. So in this case, we're assuming that we're working with a client who has a weight loss business or weight loss offer. And they've already told us that they target men and women over 40 who work from home and are constantly snacking. And because they're snacking throughout the day, they're taking in excess calories. And so whatever their offer is, or their product or their service or whatever it is, this is who they want to target. So that's all I had to fill out. What the niche was, weight loss. The avatar is people over 40, and the specific avatar. So this would be people over 40 who are working from home, constantly snacking. That's all we have to do. Watch how crazy this is. So we're just going to copy and paste all of this. So everything in between these red subheadlines is a single prompt. We're just going to copy this. And we're going to come over here to ChatGPT and we're going to paste it. And now ChatGPT is going to go ahead and fill in all of this data for us. So all we need to do is provide it a couple little details. And now it is going through and it is doing the work for us. So we're looking at primary goals. What's their goal? To lose weight or gain energy. Their primary complaint, feeling sluggish and unhealthy due to constant snacking and lack of physical activity. Secondary goals. They want to improve their overall health, reduce their risk of age-related diseases, fit into comfortable clothing again, increase their self-esteem, blah, 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 right? It's filling out a ton of information that would normally take weeks for us to do. And this is good, but it could be better. This is why I created something I like to call a prompt refiner. It's going to take what we already have and it's going to rewrite it just like a professional copywriter would. It's going to really bring it to life and put a lot of emotion into this. This is one of the differences of offers that sell like gangbusters and ones that really fail to make any money. Being able to really tap into what a person is feeling and thinking and believing, this is our goal. So if we look, let's say our primary complaint, feeling sluggish and unhealthy due to constant snacking and lack of physical activity. Fine. What does that actually feel like to them? I used to feel so energized, but now I'm always tired and sluggish, especially since I started working from home and I'm constantly snacking. You see how this is really bringing our sentiments to life? So if we can just pick and choose anything we want from here to look at, it's fine. So if we look at our benefits, feel more energized and productive throughout the day. So we might say to them the exact words a copywriter would use is, wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle your day without needing multiple cups of coffee. Cool. This is now really dimensionalizing our work. Everything here, we're just going to copy and paste all of this, the second output that we got. So we're going to scroll up to the top where it says dataset 1. And we're just going to copy this. And in a new Google Doc, we're just going to paste it. You're going to see where this comes in a little bit. We're not done yet. We've still got a bit more to go to really build out everything that we need to for this funnel. So the next section that we're going to have is really their emotional states at different times during the day, during different activities. How are they feeling? What is it that these people are saying to themselves alone in the shower or when they're looking at the mirror and nobody else is around? This is the stuff that they wouldn't tell their best friends, their family. They may not even tell their therapist. This is incredibly powerful because when we can say these same words and these same statements back to them, they're going to feel like they're looking in a mirror. They're going to say, holy shit, this person gets me. They understand me. They must know my pain. Therefore, they must know the solution to remove this pain. So right now, these are fine. Let's say a fear of being terrified of long-term health consequences of their current lifestyle, like developing diabetes or heart disease. Great. But just like we did before, let's really dimensionalize this. And this is the last bit of information that we're going to need. So again, we have our prompt refiner. This one's slightly different. You don't have to worry about knowing how to do any of this. Again, all you're doing is entering roughly 10 words. Sometimes you might use a little more, sometimes a little less, and you're copying and pasting the rest. This is the genius in the genius copy prompts. So now let's take a look at the core emotional states. I can't stand looking at myself on these video calls. I see my reflection and all I think is how much weight I've gained. I feel so ashamed that I let myself go like this. Oh, this is beautiful. This is exactly what a really good copywriter would spend a tremendous amount of time doing. And we're just going to paste that in to our Google Doc. Now we have everything that we're going to need to really nail our funnels. So we're going to come in here. This is Robot Revolution. We're going to be taking a full tour of this later. This is the tool that I built that's going to allow us access to absolutely everything. So first thing we're going to do is, well, this is a lead generation funnel, right? So we come down here to irresistible ads and emails in seconds. We just click on get started, and that's going to bring us in here where we can select what do we need? What kind of ads do we need? What kind of emails do we need? And we're going to just click on the first one because let's just say we're doing Facebook ads. Great. There's a training video where I walk you through the whole thing, but for the sake of this, we don't need to watch that. So now we're going to just come in here with our pre-prompt. Today, your world-class direct response copywriter and marketer who specializes in writing Facebook ads, blah, 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 blah. All we're going to do is copy this, paste this into ChatGPT, and it's basically already knows all the above information. So all we're doing is saying, great, using that above information, we're going to create Facebook ads. And now we don't have to enter anything else because ChatGPT has a really good memory. It knows all of this stuff that we've already done above. So now it's using this knowledge and everything we've done to create our ad structure for us. So what it's doing first is it's laying out some problems that a person may encounter. Great. And now we actually turn this into ads. So we copy and paste the next genius copy prompt. And in just a few seconds, our ads are done. It's just that easy. Boom. So what do we need next? Well, we've got ads and they're taking us to our opt-in page. So, well, we need a really good opt-in page. We can come over here and we're going to go over to landing pages. We're going to look at opt-in pages. Now, when somebody clicks on an ad, they're going to be brought to a page that is asking them to exchange their email address in exchange for something really cool. So we just copy and paste all of our prompts one by one. And look at this. We're still producing our great ads. And what it did right here is instead of just creating a singular ad, it created what's called an ad set. So this is several different ads that are all related in some way. So in this case, they're all related to having a sedentary lifestyle. And so we have several ads for each ad set. This allows us to over-deliver to our clients and to really come out of the gate testing more. What I did right there was I clicked continue generating. ChatGPT does not want to just start writing things nonstop. It wants to make sure that it's on the right track. So after it gets to a certain point, it's going to kind of pause and ask, hey, should I keep going? Do you need changes? It's kind of like when you're watching Netflix and after a while, the show or the movie pauses and says, hey, are you still there? Are you still watching? That's all this is. So we have our pre-prompt that we just copy and pasted from our opt-in page. And we're going to now be creating everything that we need for our opt-in page. And all we did is say, hey, we're changing gears a little bit. We're no longer going to be writing ads. We're creating opt-in page copy. So we go to the next one. And we're going to come up with 3 different concepts for our opt-in bribe. All right. This is what people are going to be saying. Oh, man, that sounds cool. Here, yeah, go ahead and have my email address. Send that PDF over. I want to read that. All right, so now we just decided which one we like best. So 10 healthy snack ideas to boost your energy while working from home. The ultimate guide to creating a work from home routine for weight loss success. I like this one. Mindful eating, how to conquer emotional eating and regain your control of your diet. I really like number 2. I think that's beautiful. So we're just going to go through, take the next prompt, come back to chat. We're going to paste it. And right here at the bottom where it says, what's the name of the bribe we selected? Well, we're going to be taking this one. And all we do is replace this variable. And now ChatGPT is going to create 5 headlines, 10 marketing bullets, a 2-paragraph description. And basically, this is everything that we need on our opt-in page. So first, we would just decide which headline we like the best. All right. And this is completely up to you. We have our marketing bullets and we have our 2-paragraph description. This is what will compel somebody to enter their email address. But we're going to refine them even more. So we're going to have it rewrite our bullets to make them more over the top and mysterious. And this is pretty optional. You're going to just see which way you like it better. You could send both of them off to the client. That's perfectly fine. Now the final part, again, this is optional. So what if we want to shorten the name of our bribe? Because, I'm going to just paste that down there. If we look, this is kind of a long name. I mean, it works, but it's kind of a long name. So all we're going to do is replace this variable. And we've literally just said, hey, go ahead and just shorten this name down a little bit. So it's a bit easier to read. Boom, the work from home weight loss blueprint. We have the name. We have our bullets, we have our descriptions, we have our headlines, our opt-in page is done. Our ads are done. What else do we need? Well, we're going to need the actual opt-in bribe, right? This is the big PDF that they are opting in for. So right here, we have the first prompt for creating our opt-in bribe. We just come over here, we copy and paste it. And right now, ChatGPT is going to create our structure. In this case, I said we only need 5 pages with 5 paragraphs per page, including a top 10 list of items our target customers should be aware of for purposes of creating a 6 bonus page, right? So that's just a little extra bonus at the end. And so now Chat has created our outline. These aren't full pages, as you can see. This is literally just our outline so that we can make any changes that we want. Because Chat, again, it doesn't want to waste its energy and resources if it's not giving us exactly what we want. So we're going to let it finish up. All right, this is our 6 bonus page. Cool. This is the one that contains our top 10 list. Great. So now we're just going to tell it to rewrite all of this in more detail. We're going to say, this is really good. I like it. Keep going, give us more detail. So now it takes a second. It's like, all right, let me come up with a killer a killer idea, and I'm going to run with this, and it's actually creating all of our chapters for our ebook for us. And if we wanted more than 5 pages, all the way back up here, I would have said, instead of 5 pages, you could say 50 pages. It doesn't matter. For the sake of this, I just said 5 because I wanted this to go quickly. If we said 50, we'd be here for a while. Great. So while that's done, what else do we need? Well, if we come back over here, we have ads that got people to our opt-in page. We have all the copy we need for the opt-in page. We have our opt-in page itself. Well, let's create some emails. All right. So let's try some sales-based emails because now that they've opted in, they've gotten some value from us. We need to sell them something. So all we're going to do is once again, we're giving it a pre-prompt telling it, hey, we're changing directions here. So we're no longer writing our opt-in bribe. Now we are writing emails. Don't write anything yet. I'm going to give you further instructions. And of course, ChatGPT says, yeah, I got it. So if we had written problem-based emails before, we would have taken this part. Those emails were fantastic. But because we're going straight for sales-based emails, here's the copy prompt for our sale. And this is trying to get people to use scarcity to really get people to click on our link, to go to our sales page, to buy our work from home weight loss blueprint product or whatever the product's name is. Look at that. It's that easy. And our entire opt-in funnel is done. We have ads that will take complete strangers and capture their attention because we're speaking to them on a deep emotional level. When they click on that ad, they go to our opt-in page where they're promised a really cool PDF in exchange for their email address. We've written out that whole PDF, and now we've also written out all of our emails. So just like that, in about 15 minutes, our entire opt-in lead generation funnel is completed, and we are done. How quick and easy was that? And all you did was write about 10 words. Even if you only use just a tiny fraction of what we've already covered here today, don't you feel like you've taken a gigantic leap forward when it comes to making money with AI? I don't know what you knew about making money with AI coming into this show today, but I think it's safe to say that some or all of what we covered today is new and valuable to you. Stuff such as what genius copy prompts are and why copying and pasting is practically the only skill you need to make some serious money with AI. What genius copy prompt recipes are and why copying and pasting is practically the only skill you need to make some serious money with AI, as well as my 4-part structure for writing expert level prompts that will get you incredible output. We have the rank or level, whichever you prefer, the job title, the specialty, and the specific tasks that we want the AI to complete. We've also talked about a unique method for getting at least $2,500 deposits sent directly to your bank account without having to go out and find clients on our own. Coming up, we're going to be talking about 2 groundbreaking methods that I guarantee you've never seen before, where the AI practically feeds you high-paying clients, really high-paying clients, including the exact steps that one freelancer took to close a $244,000 client in just a few days. You discovered how to stack your prompts together to make a recipe that gets you a bigger and better output. The dead simple 2-sentence marketing structure behind trillions of dollars in sales every year and how to use it to flood your bank account with some of that cash. Remember, my life was in bad shape and I tried everything I could, but nothing worked. Just when I was ready to give up, I discovered this secret and now my life is amazing. A strategy showing you how easy it is to create a basic lead generation funnel in just about 15 minutes that can pay you $2,500. That's $120,000 when you're working with only one client a week, or $650,000 a year working with one client a day. But we're not done yet, because we're also going to cover a no-cost strategy that was never designed to get you high-paying clients, but does so anyway. How to get paid nice, big, fat royalty checks for life from running a single AI prompt that takes less than 10 seconds to complete. You'll discover a genius copy prompt recipe that's been described as the holy grail of marketing, because in just a few minutes, it completes the kind of deep research and produces the level of insights that used to take at least a month. It then beautifully writes out absolutely everything clients will ever need in order to run successful campaigns for years to come. You'll get to kick back and watch as the copy practically writes itself, no matter how large the project is. This is so powerful that numerous people who are using it are charging $5,000 or more just to run this one recipe for clients one time and nothing else. The tool that I built that can do all of this and so much more is called Robot Revolution. Let's take a look under the hood so you can understand just how powerful this bad boy really is. So, is this a training course? Well, not quite. Is it a coaching program? Kind of, but I definitely would not call it that. Is it a done-for-you program? It's got some of that in there. Is it just a collection of recipes and prompts? No, not at all. It is so much more than that. Robot Revolution is an AI system that makes getting clients dead simple and produces super high-quality work with copy and paste ease. And when I say high quality, I really mean high quality. Higher quality than many of the very best copywriters out there today. Plus, it works with just about any kind of business imaginable. And really, that's just the beginning. It's obviously very well put together and it has absolutely everything you'll ever need and probably a whole lot more. It obviously works. The training, the giant variety of tools, the incredible copy it produces, the client acquisition, the genius copy prompt recipes for nearly every kind of marketing project you'll ever have. This is Danny Velez, one of the users and a veteran copywriter who's been working in the industry for years. Danny said that not only does the AI produce better quality copy than he could write the old-fashioned way, but it does it in a fraction of the time that it would otherwise take. And as a result, he's got Robot Revolution open in his browser at all times. It's complete and comprehensive. The first 3 sections turn you into an expert at using AI for everything business related. You're using AI to handle tedious, difficult, detailed, boring, and repetitive tasks that previously required someone with training and a level of expertise to complete. Those days are over. You're completely covered because the next 4 sections have genius copy prompt recipes for absolutely every kind of marketing you could ever need. You're going to have access to genius copy prompt recipes for absolutely everything you need, starting with our ads. I don't care if it's Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube, or any other kind of platform, I've got you covered. Your social media posts, so you got your Twitter, X, TikToks, blog articles that are fully SEO optimized, Facebook posts, and again, any other kind of social media you can imagine you're taken care of. Your lead generation funnels, so your opt-in pages, the opt-in forms, your complete PDF opt-in bribes that you're going to be giving away. If you're doing any kind of email marketing, you're covered. So your email blast that would go out to pretty much your whole list, autoresponder sequences, onboarding sequences, and any other kind of email you'll ever need. You're going to have access to Genius Copy Prompt recipes for landing pages and sales pages. So if you've got software as a service, a SaaS company, boom, we got you. E-commerce, you're taken care of. Quiz funnels, done. Sales letters or video sales letter scripts, upsell pages, all of them, I've got you covered. So why are sales letters and video sales letter scripts, as well as the upsell pages, colored in gold? Well, because a single sales letter can change your life forever. A lot of the top converting sales letters are generating well over $10 million a year. Imagine how your life would change if you were the copywriter responsible for creating something so successful. On top of getting an upfront fee of anywhere from $10 to $25, even $100,000, you'll also be earning a royalty upwards of 15% that is paid to you every single month for life. All of a sudden, you find yourself making more money than you ever dreamed possible. Something that until now took decades of experience and hard work and months to create can now be done with copy and pastes in just minutes. So I wanted to prove just how effective Robot Revolution really is. And I did something kind of nuts. I put my entire reputation, one that's taken me 20 years to build, I put that on the line in a crazy way. I didn't tell a client that I had outsourced their work to one of my virtual assistants, somebody in the Philippines who barely speaks English. I didn't make any edits or corrections at all. Whatever my virtual assistant sent me is what I gave to my client. So I sent it over exactly how I received it, and I knew that if this experiment failed, I'd be asked to refund the $10,000 that they'd already paid me. I'd never get another opportunity with this client again, and my reputation would take a hit that is very difficult to come back from. But if this works, it would prove that absolutely anybody can be successful with Robot Revolution. So what were the results? The client wanted to pay me to handle more projects for them. All right, are you ready to dive deep into Robot Revolution and really see what everything is under the hood? Robot Revolution isn't like a traditional training course that requires you to spend days or even weeks going through endless videos, taking notes, completing homework assignments, and other bullshit like that in order to see results. I understand that you're very busy. Time is money, so I want to help you make a lot of money in the shortest amount of time possible. So that's why Robot Revolution was designed from the ground up for you to simply click on what you need at that very moment, copy and paste the genius copy prompts, fill in your tiny variables when they're needed, because they're not always needed, and then you just let AI do all of the work. Now, when you click on any of the prompts, you'll be taken to a page that looks similar to this. At the top, you're going to see a training video that's completely optional. In it, I'll break down and explain what the prompt will be doing and why. This will help you to get crystal clear on your understanding of exactly how everything works. Below the video, you're going to find a button that takes you directly to the Genius Copy Prompt recipe itself. It literally could not be any easier. Now, I want to answer a few questions. Questions like, how long did this take to develop? How was it tested? What kind of results did users get? And how much could it be worth to you? I spent 6 months building Robot Revolution while working directly with clients the entire time. Every time they had a new need or a want, I architected the Genius Copy Prompt that was needed to make whatever they needed happen. I then spent the next year refining it even more to get even better results. I tirelessly kept chipping away and refining every single part of it until it was about as effective as possible, but I did not stop there. I wasn't going to release Robot Revolution until I had proven that it could get real results. Before Robot Revolution went live, it had already been used to help a large hotel realize $5.4 million in annual savings. It helped a small local restaurant bring in an extra $17,000 and only about 15 minutes of work on Monday and Tuesday nights, which are otherwise known as the dead nights in the hospitality industry. Helped a national clothing retailer enjoy $1.2 million in reduced overhead annually. I worked with a project management software company that increased their conversions by 22.8% annually. And women's weight loss offer generated an additional $860,000 in just the first 5 months alone. Once we reached $10 million on either money saved or new revenue generated, I decided to open up Robot Revolution to a small group of people. And I wondered, would a bunch of non-copywriters be able to get similar results with this brand new AI tool? Mike Ortiz saw a 40% increase in his sales for his e-commerce store. Alicia Dumont completely overhauled her advertising and email marketing. She's now acquiring customers for a tiny fraction of what she used to pay, and she's able to make each customer worth more money to her business. David Mills joined Robot Revolution with absolutely no experience at all and was barely even able to write his own name. I mean, this guy, he told me a while ago he was highly dyslexic. But now he's taking home more than $20,000 a month writing emails for just a small handful of clients. And Noah Axelrod took his business to over $500,000 a year in revenue in its very first year, and it's still growing. Right now, I want to go over how Robot Revolution is set up, so when you log into the members area for the first time, you'll know exactly where to go and what to do. There are 8 modules, each with a very specific focus. Inside each of those modules are individual components, complete with training video and Genius Copy Prompt recipes, as you've already seen. You're going to simply select what you need at that very moment, and you're good to go. It's really that simple. Now, I mentioned before that you don't have to study or memorize anything at all if you don't want to, and I mean it. But if you really want to learn how to use AI well, it's not a bad idea to pay attention to some or all of the training videos in the first 3 modules. First, you're going to start with the very basics, so you have absolutely no confusion about AI, and you're able to leapfrog your progress from wherever you currently are to much closer to an expert level as quickly as possible. You'll get a full crash course in understanding what AI can and cannot do. This is vital for understanding where you have your best opportunities to make money and take advantage of everything in front of you. You'll learn how to use AI to handle a lot of your daily work tasks. This means you'll be able to set up automated systems to handle the boring tasks for you and free up your time so you can grow your business without being bogged down with the boring stuff. You'll learn how to streamline all of your content creation. This means you'll be able to bang out more content faster and higher quality than ever before. A number of members are making thousands of dollars every month simply making social media content and writing blog articles for their clients. And the best part is that an entire month's worth of content can be created in right around 5 minutes. Suddenly, you've got hours back in your day for what truly matters, and we've barely even gotten started. Next, in Module 2, we're going to take everything that you've just learned and breathe life into it. You're going to discover how to infuse tons of creativity into everything you work on. You're going to go beyond basic commands and learn how to craft prompts that bring your most ambitious projects to life with personality and charm. Enjoy a level of expertise in the 2 most in-demand skills in the world, prompt engineering and building chatbots. Tech companies are offering salaries of upwards of $350,000 a year for people with these skills alone. And while other people may charge you a small fortune to learn the absolute basics, this is included with Robot Revolution, so you don't need to go elsewhere. Module 3 is all about using AI to automate as many areas of your business as possible. It's not just your business. Think about how impressed your clients will be when you can quickly and easily make their businesses more efficient as well. Believe me, they're going to want to keep you around and keep paying you for a long time when they see you as someone multidimensional. Your productivity is going to soar as AI takes over, allowing you to get more done in a fraction of the time. I'm going to flat out give you a number of pre-built systems that can be used for various areas of your business to help you be the most efficient version of yourself possible. These are pre-made automated systems that are just one more way you'll be able to cash in and get paid large sums of money from clients with zero pushback. No matter what kind of client you're working with, they all need 2 things: ads and email marketing. I don't care if you can barely spell your own name. Ads and emails are absolutely vital. And it's exactly why we've already discussed how you can get paid around $2,500 for creating a basic lead generation funnel. With the Genius Copy prompt recipes included in Robot Revolution, you're completely covered on every major ad platform with ads that convert like wildfire, and email sequences that work tirelessly around the clock, driving clicks and sales even as you sleep. Effective email marketing can add as much as an additional 30% to your total revenue. And that's exactly what these Genius Copy prompt recipes were designed to help you do. This really is as close to copy-paste profit as you're ever going to get. Steven Sawyer used these Genius Copy prompt recipes to create ads that turn every $1 he spends into $17 of pure profit. And these same Genius Copy prompt recipes have helped Dave run his 8-figure email marketing agency. Module 5 is all about creating killer landing pages for a wide variety of uses. First, we're going to be creating incredible email opt-in pages that turn cold prospects into red-hot leads while building your email list at the same time. Not only that, but we're also going to be converting clicks into customers so we can begin making money at scale as quickly as possible. You've got Genius Copy prompt recipes for opt-in pages, the PDF bribe that you're going to give away, landing pages, SaaS or software business, e-commerce products, and even quiz funnels. And as you've already seen in the live demonstration, all you're doing is selecting the type of copy you want, entering a couple of variables, and letting the AI do all of the work. Module 6 is about creating incredibly high-converting sales letters and video sales letters. You've probably seen extensive sales letters that look something like this before, or video sales letters that look similar to these. When you have a single sales letter or video sales letter that converts well, it can be absolutely life-changing, as we've already discussed. The top offers are generating hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and that's because, until now, you had to be a highly experienced top-level copywriter in order to produce something that would convert that well. But if you practice for years and develop the right skills, you could charge some pretty incredible rates, I'm not going to lie. So how much can a copywriter earn to write a single sales letter or video sales letter? Well, a C-class writer or beginner writer can typically earn between $5,000 and $10,000 for a sales letter. An intermediate or B-class writer can earn between $10,000 and $25,000. An A-class writer can demand between $25,000 and $125,000 to write a single sales letter or video sales letter. Not only that, but no matter what level copywriter somebody is, they can also get paid a monthly royalty between 6 and 25% for life. On top of that, most online business owners know the value of having a great copywriter on their side, so it's very common for them to offer partnership in their company. That's because they want you to have a vested interest in helping them to grow their business as much as possible. As big as those paydays are, the work involved in creating a sales letter or video sales letter would typically take between 4 and 6 weeks. But with Robot Revolution, this exact sales letter that you're looking at right now on screen took a grand total of just 54 minutes. That means in less than an hour, you can complete 6 weeks worth of work that you can charge a ton of money for and get paid royalties for life on. There's simply never been a faster or easier method for making a life-changing amount of money before. And remember, you're doing all of this with copy and paste ease, but we're not done yet. Richard Geller used these exact genius copy prompt recipes to create the copy for his 8-figure men's health company. Module 7 is all about making the absolute most amount of money possible from each sale by adding a number of premium priced, irresistible upsells along with monthly membership subscriptions. This is the biggest and most effective method business owners can use to scale their business. And just like sales letters and video sales letters, creating upsells can make you a ton of money. Why? Because upsells are used to turn one-time buyers into repeat customers, sell them into higher-priced premium programs, additional add-ons, affiliate products, and even multi-$1,000 live coaching masterminds. Typically, a business owner is going to want to have around 3 upsells for every offer, which is why I encourage you to join the flood of Robot Revolution members who are making a killing by simply offering to create upsells that only take around 10 or 15 minutes to create. Here's how it works. When you're working with a client and you're building some rapport, you're going to say something to them like, "Hey, I really want to knock this out of the park for you. Would you mind walking me through your funnel so I can really wrap my head around your business?" Step 2, when they reveal that they don't have any upsells, or at the very least they don't have 3, you're going to want to make them an offer that they can't refuse. It's going to go something like this. "I would really like to help you make as much money from each customer possible. I would love to create for you, either 1 or 2 or 3, depending on what they have, upsells for you. I don't want you to pay me anything up front. Just give me a commission for every customer who buys one of the upsells for you. I'll do all the work and you don't have to even lift a finger or lay out any cash at all. I only get paid after you've gotten paid." This is such a no-brainer deal. It's almost impossible for anybody to say no to you. Imagine getting paid a commission on every customer that every single one of your clients gets. The more clients you have, the more money you'll be earning every single day. And Robot Revolution gives you all of the upsell genius copy prompt recipes that you'll ever need. This is just one more way you're going to change your financial future with AI and some copy and pasting. This is what leverage is all about, taking one skill and monetizing it in as many different ways possible. And we've still got some of the most lucrative methods still coming up. Now, I need to ask you an important question. Would you like to get access to the whole system, including our insider-only advantage resources to exploit this opportunity to the fullest and get it at a special discounted price that I'm going to offer you because you've stuck with me for this entire time? Has our time on this training thus far been well spent? Do you feel more confident with using AI to make money? Even though we haven't gotten to the really good stuff yet, can you see how just 1 or 2 things that I've shown you today can help you make more money and grow your business regardless of your current level of experience? Are you excited to go out and see what wonderful things this can open up in your life? Then I want you to invest in the Robot Revolution system. You'll get your hands on what I've been working on for over a year and a half. The same AI-powered system that people from all over the world are using to grow their business and make more money than ever with copy and paste ease. This means you'll be ahead of everyone else, giving you the greatest unfair advantage you could ever hope for. Warning, this investment is going to hurt. It's not cheap by any stretch. However, I did underprice it for the value that you're going to be getting. If you could see 6 months into the future and saw that if you followed this system and made $100,000 in net profit, you'd probably have no problem investing $25,000 today, right now. What if I could practically guarantee crazy results like that for you? Forget practically, I can absolutely do such a thing. What would it be worth to you? What if I can guarantee, with certainty, results like that? I'm asking you again for an important reason. just from following the Robot Revolution system, plus our secret weapon. We just agreed that $25,000 would be a great deal. Don't worry though, I'm not going to ask you for $25,000. That's a lot of money up front. But if I asked you to invest $10,000, you'd have to say that that was a great deal and I'd be undercharging, right? So if I cut that number in half to just $5,000, that would be an insanely good deal. Which means that if I cut it in half again to just $2,500, this would be such a good deal you'd think I'd lost my mind. Remember, this is just one lead generation funnel client. Just one. Well, you might be tempted to call a mental institution and have me placed in a straitjacket when I show you the deal that I've got for you today. Everyday retail price of the entire Robot Revolution system is $1,397. And it doesn't come with the 6 fast action bonuses that we're going to be talking about shortly. But because you've stuck with me this entire time, I'm going to knock $300 off that price. This means the total cost of your investment is just $997. Plus, you're also going to be getting all 6 awesome bonuses that you cannot find anywhere else in the world absolutely free. Invest $997 today. This is a one-time only investment. That's it. If you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you could achieve amazing results starting today, would it be worth it? I need you to step outside of your normal comfort zone. Pick any of the client getting strategies that we've already gone over, or the ones that we're going to be talking about very soon. Actually use them and see how quickly and easy it is to close high-paying clients. You've got 30 full days to really put this system to the test. And if you're willing to do a little bit of work and let the AI handle the rest, I know that you will be thrilled with the results. But if you're not, for any reason at all, I will be happy to give you your money back, no questions asked. You're 100% protected and you risk absolutely nothing. You only have the opportunity to gain when you sign up right now. If you're not happy with the results, then I don't deserve your money, period. Click on the button you see below the screen right now and begin the simple checkout process. The only reason you wouldn't say yes can be boiled down to one thing: belief. You don't believe me. You believe AI is a gimmick or a fad, or you don't believe in yourself. If that's you, what do I have to do for you to gain trust in yourself and trust that this one-time $997 investment will be the best investment you can make in yourself? This isn't about the money. That's not a valid excuse. You can find ways to get the money even if you have to borrow it from a friend. And we've proven that it's not about the time at all. This has got to be the fastest business that I've ever seen. It's certainly not about the difficulty involved. This has to be the easiest business of all time. You simply fill in a couple of variables with answers that your clients have already given you. You copy and paste the prompts and the AI will do all of the work. Here's what to do right now. Sign up. And when you do, you'll know you have the most unyielding, unbending force of compelling success backing you. That's me. This is an unfair advantage that nobody else can match. But we're not done yet, because you're also going to get bonus number 1 is the AI Buyer's Blueprint. This genius copy prompt recipe is so powerful that I recommend you run it first before anything else with every one of your new clients. Why? It instantly does the kind of deep psychological research that typically takes months or even years of hard work, and let's be real, sometimes a college degree in psychology to figure out. It gets inside your ideal customers' heads and reflects their deepest fears, insecurities, and desires right back at them. People cannot help but give you their full attention because to them, it's like they're looking in a mirror. The entire marketing campaign will begin to come together almost like magic. You'll be able to just copy and paste the output that this recipe provides and use it in all of your ads, your emails, your landing pages, your sales pages, and literally everything else. The entire marketing campaign will begin to come together almost automatically. AI will effortlessly create automatic sales magic that works behind the scenes, turning any product or service into an irresistible buy. Let's take a look at it in action so you can see for yourself. Okay, so here we are inside the Robot Revolution members area dashboard, and we're going to just scroll all the way down till we see the AI Buyer's Blueprint. And we're going to click on there to get started. Here is our recipe. And if this looks familiar, it's because we already started to do this when we were working on our lead generation funnel. We only used the first little bit of this recipe. I recommend that everybody goes through the entire thing every time you take on a new client or you're working on a new project. The reason being is that, yeah, somebody may just hire you today to do their lead generation funnel, but when they see how good it comes out and they see how fast you are and how knowledgeable you are and they see the results, they could very well want to hire you to do more work, create sales letters, upsell pages, whatnot. So I always like to run through this first, and this way I have it, because everything is going to be kept in either a Google Doc or a Word doc or whatever you want to use for text editing. That's up to you. But we want to try and get this just out of the way so that we have it and we don't need to think about it. So if this looks familiar, remember we had our niche, which is dating and weight loss for people over 40. They find themselves snacking throughout the day because they work from home. We then got into some of the emotional states that they're in, some of their really deep, dark emotions. And we already went through that here in ChatGPT, and we copy and pasted all of that into our document right here. So we have all of that. Now it's time to get to some of the really good stuff. This is where our offers start to write themselves. So we left off here, making them look inward and admit their deepest, darkest emotions. That was the very last thing that we did when we were using this for our lead generation funnel. So now we're going to continue on from there. So we're going to be creating a mechanism or a USP. If you're not familiar, this is what we can say that makes our product or service special and different, and what makes it stand out that's unique that our competitors are not saying. So in this case, this client was selling a meal plan kit that featured a lot of high fiber foods, because high fiber diet plans, usually what happens is you end up feeling full throughout the day. I didn't really want to focus on the fiber itself because that's not really a sexy concept. Everybody's heard that. You can't go into a market like this with a meal plan and just say, hey, it's our high fiber meal plan book, because nobody will pay attention. It sounds like something they've heard a million times before, and nobody wants that. With every single market we go into, there are going to be people that have tried a lot of things in the past, and if they haven't gotten the results they want, they don't want another solution that sounds old. So we're going to copy and paste this entire thing, and the only variable I wrote in is what's in blue. It's only a few sentences, and it says, I sell a diet plan book that includes dozens of food options. The reasons that it works for people to help overcome their weight loss is because these foods make you feel full throughout the day. This means you won't take in as many calories since you won't be snacking as much. Plus, this isn't restricted. You can eat your favorite meats, cheeses, breads, as well as your favorite vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options too. So that's a pretty simple description that the client will provide for you. All right, we're just basically talking about how it works. We're not saying it's high fiber. We're explaining a little bit of the reason behind how fiber works. So we take this entire prompt and just paste it all right here into ChatGPT. And now ChatGPT is going to write this out how a copywriter would. Right? Discover a revolutionary approach to weight loss that's tailored to those of us who are over 40, who work from home and are constantly snacking. Our meticulously crafted diet plan incorporates a unique selection of foods scientifically proven to keep you feeling full and satisfied throughout the day. This innovative method naturally reduces your calorie intake without the need for restricted dieting. Enjoy your favorite meats, cheeses, breads, even vegetarian, gluten-free, vegan options. This is not just a meal plan, it's a transformation strategy that harmonizes with your lifestyle, making weight loss feel effortless and liberating. Embrace the changes and see the results yourself. This is a really good hook. So now we have our solution, our USP. What is unique about us? Explain to us in plain and simple terms. So I'm just going to come back over here to our Google Doc, and I'm just going to paste it in. All right. So there's nobody else out there that's using this phrasing. There's a lot of high fiber diet plans out there, but none that are explaining it like this. But we're not done yet, because now we're going to refine it just like we did before, where we have our prompt refiners. That's kind of what we're doing. And now we're going to be really giving it a mechanism. A mechanism is the sort of the secret ingredient that gives it scientific backing, because before we may have been able to say this and people say, well, yeah, okay, great. So you feel full because the food works with each other to not let you get hungry. That's great. But how? Like, what's the mechanism that's involved in this? So, I've been exploring a new approach to weight loss that's pretty exciting. This is not one of those restrictive diets that makes you give up everything that you love. Instead, you'll focus on specific foods that naturally keep you full and satisfied throughout the day. So now we're explaining this in a little bit more of a conversational way. Okay. So it feels more like we're talking to the prospect and not giving them a scientific lecture. It feels more casual and conversational. And that's one of the tenets of really good copy, is that you have to feel like you have a relationship with the other person. And now that we have that, we're going to be creating a hook. This is our few words that give us something tangible that nobody else has, that we can say we're the only resource on the planet that has this. So the fullness formula, satiety strategy, contentment code, no. Fulfillment factor, that's not bad. Appetite, alchemy, no. Hunger hack, that's a pretty good one. All right. So all I did was ask it to create 10 possible names for our hook. What is the thing that we have that nobody else has? I like fullness formula or the hunger hack. I think we're going to go with the hunger hack. So now that we have a name for this that nobody else on the planet is using, we're going to need a really good definition. So we just come back here again. We copy and paste the next prompt. And I said we like hunger hack. So all we do is we just replace this variable, the name, with hunger hack. And now we're going to get a 150-word definition that is going to involve the science as well as the concepts and ideas that we've already determined, and it's going to really bring it to life. The hunger hack is a revolutionary approach to weight loss designed specifically for those over 40 who work from home and struggle with constant snacking. So right away, we're calling out exactly who this is for. So anybody who works from home, that's over 40, that's next, is going to give us their attention because we're saying exactly who this is for. This method leverages the science of satiety by incorporating a unique selection of foods that naturally keep you feeling full and satisfied throughout the day. Unlike traditional diets that rely on restriction and depriving yourself, the hunger hack allows you to enjoy your favorite meats, cheeses, breads, even vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options. The secret lies in the specific combination of and timing of these foods, which work together to regulate your hunger hormones and reduce your overall calorie intake. By addressing the core emotional states of shame, guilt, and frustration, the hunger hack transforms weight loss into a seamless and sustainable process. It's not about eating less. It's about feeling content and in control, making it easier to achieve your health goals without constant battle against cravings. Oh shit. We now have something that nobody else has, that no customer's ever heard of before. They've tried other diets. Maybe they tried a high fiber diet plan, but they've never heard of a hunger hack, how it works. So we're going to start to build out this offer. All right. So all we're doing is having ChatGPT rewrite this in the style of any copywriter that we want. And I provide you with 50 or so of the world's best copywriters. So for the sake of just this demonstration, let's go with one of the greats, John Carlton. So now you don't need to be a copywriter because ChatGPT will take everything that we're writing and rephrase it how John Carlton would. And he writes in a very conversational yet somewhat aggressive way, which is great. So we now have our finished definition and way that we're going to talk about our hunger hack, and we're done. Do you see how our entire offer starts to come together? We know everything about our prospective customers. We know everything going on in their mind. We know everything that they've tried before, reasons why it hasn't worked, where their pain lies. We know the emotional state that they feel themselves in throughout the day. What is it like in morning or at night? How helpless do they feel? How hopeless? How guilty? What kind of shame? We can reflect their deepest emotions back to them and present them with our solution that is unlike anything that they've seen before. It's completely revolutionary, and it is designed specifically for them. This isn't for teenagers who have really bad habits or bad genes. No, this is for people over 40 who work from home, that snack throughout the day. We're the only diet plan on the planet that features the hunger hack. Our entire offer is starting to come together, just this fast. And this is why Robot Revolution is so powerful, because members are going through this one genius copy prompt recipe and their work is basically done in minutes. And when you've completed this document, you can save it. Don't show it to your client. You keep it for yourself. It's your secret weapon. But everything from our ads to our emails to our sales pages, landing pages, our upsells, absolutely everything is going to start to fall into place and it'll feel like it writes itself. There are Robot Revolution members who charge $5,000 to run this recipe for clients and have no problem getting companies to gladly pay them that amount. This is yet one more way that we can cash in on the power of Robot Revolution. Bonus number 2, the Hollywood story selling secrets. Remember how marketing follows the same 2-sentence structure? My life was in bad shape and I tried everything I could, but nothing worked. Just when I was ready to give up, I discovered the secret and now my life is amazing. Hollywood uses its own story structure in tons of the most timeless and beloved movies that have ever been produced. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Rocky, literally every Disney Pixar movie, and countless more use this structure. All the biggest 6, 7, 8, and even 9-figure online businesses use a slightly modified version called Hollywood story selling. We're going to break down the structure step by step, and you're going to see examples of exactly how it's used in all of the biggest industries. This instantly shortcuts years of studying marketing and copywriting, and allows you to confidently charge $10,000, $25,000, or more to write a sales letter or video sales letter with ease. The same kind that used to take months to complete, that can now be done in about an hour, thanks to the genius copy prompt recipes that you can only find inside of Robot Revolution. Bonus number 3 is the new client closer. First, if you want high-paying clients, the best place to turn to is LinkedIn. With its 790 million business owners who rely on the platform to make connections, hire contractors, and build partnerships. You're going to write 2 small sentences about yourself and use this incredible genius copy prompt to send messages that are so incredibly personalized and frame you as a world-class expert in any industry you're going after. This will create the kind of persuasive and personalized message that used to take 3 to 4 hours to write and cuts the workload down to under 15 seconds. This means you can find and close an unlimited amount of the highest paying clients in the world in just seconds. The new client closer is lightning fast, and you may start seeing results just as quickly. It's included with Robot Revolution for free, and you literally cannot find it anywhere else on the planet. Once you've written out those 2 short sentences about yourself and you've run the prompt once, you can outsource everything else to a virtual assistant who charges usually around $4 an hour. Your messages are so highly personalized that you will stand out and command the attention of everybody that you send them to. Cold messaging is still the most effective way to get your foot in the door with new clients, and this genius copy prompt combines the best techniques from the greatest lead generation salesman in history and presents you with their skills. That makes closing new deals as easy as can be. Not only that, but your messages are so unique that you instantly capture people's attention and stand out from everyone else. The messages that this genius copy prompt generate are specifically designed to make you seem like a complete expert who understands their business needs better than they do. This helps you to appear to be the best possible option to work with. And best of all, other than Robot Revolution members, absolutely nobody on the planet has access to this, which means practically nobody else is doing this. You have an incredible advantage here. Dexerillo had to say that he's never thought AI could be used to make such a difference in his cold outreach, but he's proven wrong, and he's super excited to see how quickly his business will grow. Paul in London said, I hadn't thought about using AI to help with client outreach, but I must say this is an incredible addition to anyone's toolkit. I can't believe how easy yet personal this makes cold outreach. And Brad Costanzo said, I just want to let you know that the AI outreach strategy is pure genius. I've been using AI a lot, but not like this, and I'm already seeing an incredible lift in my cold outreach response rate. Bonus number 4 is the Google Docs sales letter system. Google Docs sales letters are the latest marketing trend going around, which means you're still ahead of the curve when you utilize them. They're effective because they're unassuming and covert. Nobody's expecting to be sold anything on a Google Doc, which is where the real power lies. Google Docs sales letters are casual. They use memes and jokes and funny pictures, which helps to get your point across while keeping the tone light and fun. Unlike traditional sales letters, which can be over 30 to 50 written pages long, they're huge. Google Docs sales letters are typically usually only around 4 to 6 pages in total. And that includes all of the images that you're going to be throwing in there. That means you can bang them out lightning fast. Best of all, Google Docs sales letters can be used to sell low-ticket offers starting around like $50 all the way up to high-ticket coaching and masterminds that cost $10,000 or more. All right, let's take a look at one of these sales letters so you can see for yourself. This is a Google Docs sales letter that I put together for a client in about 12 minutes. And within 3 days, we collected $258,000. And that's just on the front end. There was another $400,000 in upsells. That's $658,000 in just 3 days from something that took less than 15 minutes to put together. How much money can you charge for writing a Google Docs sales letter? It's perfectly normal to charge around $5,000 or more and ask for upwards of 20% in royalties for one. And remember, they can be done in about 15 minutes or so. In fact, finding the right memes is usually what takes the longest and the most amount of time. Next, bonus number 5 is the Fiverr gig writer. Earlier, we spoke about how Fiverr is a fantastic place to get hired for some quick cash infusions. But each gig that you post advertising the services that you want to get hired for can take around 45 minutes to write out, which is why I created a one-of-a-kind GPT that beautifully handles this for you. Simply write something that you need, like, I need a gig to advertise my email marketing services. Step 2, the GPT goes to work and creates an absolutely killer gig designed to capture people's attention and make them want to hire you above everybody else. And it does all of the writing for you in just a few seconds. Now, I just cut 45 minutes of hard work down to a few seconds, which means you have no reason not to start down your path to making money with AI today, but we're not done yet. Bonus number 6 is the objection eliminator. The biggest reason a person won't buy is because they raise an objection that you simply don't address. A good salesperson knows how to tackle their objections when they're speaking to the customer directly in person or over the phone. But until now, that's been almost impossible to do with a sales letter since it's a one-way conversation. The objection eliminator is the only genius copy prompt designed to find possible objections, tell you exactly how to fix them. Yeah, it's a very long genius copy prompt, but you don't need to type a single word. Simply copy and paste the entire sales letter directly under the objection eliminator, and the AI will take care of the rest. In just seconds, the AI finds every possible objection, tells you the exact passage that has this objection, and explains why people may raise an objection about them. Then, it tells you exactly what to say in order to overcome and avoid these objections. By addressing and eliminating anything that a person might object to you for, you will instantly increase sales for any offer. What client wouldn't want your help to increase conversions in seconds? Business owners are saying that their conversion numbers have increased by as much as 20%. If you spent 3 months working hard to increase conversions by 20%, your client would say that you're a genius. But when you can do it in under a minute, they'll say you're a godsend. Plus, I'm going to show you 2 dead simple ways to make a lot of money from this single genius copy prompt. You're going to approach a brand new client and say something very similar to what you'd say to an existing client that you want to write upsells for. This is what you say to them. I would love to help you increase your conversions and bring in a flood of brand new customers. I'm happy to do all of the work, and you don't have to pay me a single penny to handle absolutely anything. I just want you to pay me a percentage of any new revenue that I help bring in. So why is this so effective? This offer is unbeatable because you're taking 100% of the risk. And really, when you see how easy it is, there is no risk. The client doesn't have to spend any money or lift a finger. And they only pay you for new revenue that helps bring in. So what do I mean by new revenue? Well, let's say a client had an offer that was doing around $10,000 a month. And now, because you ran the objection eliminator, they're making $15,000 a month. That extra $5,000, that's where you're going to get paid from. So they're still making the same money they were making before. They're making new money, additional money, and they're only giving you a cut of that additional money. That's not bad for about 1 minute worth of work. This is the absolute easiest no-brainer kind of offer that you can make. But that's not the best part. What is the best part? You can ask for 30 to 50% of all the new revenue you generate. These payments come in the form of royalties, meaning you'll get paid every single month for life. There's no limit on the amount of clients that you can do this with. This means you can have as many income streams as you want, each one paying you for life. Again, do you see how we're leveraging one skill to make money in as many different ways as possible? The second way you're going to make money with this genius copy prompt is kind of sneaky, but incredibly lucrative. Run the objection eliminator on someone else's sales letter and email them this. Hello, whatever their name is. I came across your site and list their site because I work a lot in the whatever their industry is or their niche. I think your sales letter is very good for a draft, but I've got a feeling you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Below is a list of objections that potential customers might have and exactly how to fix each one. I'm sending you this to introduce myself in a way that will make you take notice and want to hire me to handle any current or future marketing/copywriting projects you may have. Regards, your name, and then you just paste the output from the objection eliminator. I got to give you a warning though. This method has been used to steal clients who are already working with a copywriter or have an in-house marketing team. So please use it with caution. Before I reveal how insanely effective this can be, I have to admit one thing. When I created the objection eliminator, I never thought about sending out emails to try and close brand new clients. But after I thought about it and I tested it myself to close several new clients, I taught it to the Robot Revolution members. And here's an email I received from one member. This one member alone sent me an email to let me know that he used the objection eliminator to close a client on a 6-month contract, paying him a grand total of $244,000. Here's the bad news. Not everybody will get the $997 price special, nor these exclusive bonuses. They are reserved for fast action takers only. These are the type of people I want to reward with our special Robot Revolution discount. Everybody else will have to pay $1,397 and they won't get the bonuses. Sign up right now. Remember, I'm giving you a 100% money back guarantee. If for any reason at all, you're not thrilled with the results and you want your money back in the first 30 days, you can have it. No questions asked. All right. Now we're going to shift gears a bit so I can answer some of the most common questions that I receive. Question number 1. Will this work with other LLMs? Yeah. All the genius copy prompts inside of Robot Revolution will work with any LLM you want. And I encourage you to test them out and see which one you like the best. So let's back up. If you don't know what an LLM is, it stands for Large Language Model. It's basically a fancy way of saying the software that we use with ChatGPT or Claude, Gemini, which is made by Google, Azure, which is made by Microsoft. They all work very similarly. And so you can use the Genius Copy prompts and you'll get slightly different output. So you can use whatever system you want. Today, we just stuck with ChatGPT because it's the most common, but feel free to use whatever you like best. Question number 2, why isn't Robot Revolution a software application? Software has a number of major drawbacks that I want to avoid. Number 1, ongoing costly monthly maintenance and updates means that you'd have to pay a monthly fee every single month just to access the software. And nobody likes having those subscriptions. Number 2, AI companies are constantly releasing updates that may make better output, but they also may make things a little bit worse. If Robot Revolution was an application, you'd be stuck with whichever AI software has been already set up on our servers, regardless if it's the best option for you or not. Remember, this way, you can use any LLM and it's fine. And the third big drawback is that you can't change the prompts. If it's software, you're stuck with whatever the prompt is in the software and you can't alter them at all or add anything or make any changes. With Robot Revolution, you're free to tweak the prompts however you want. So you may have an instance where you want to use a little bit of humor and you just write the words, please include humor. Other times you may not want that. With software, you don't have the option. Question number 3. I live in Nigeria and barely speak English. Will this work for me? Absolutely, yes. The Genius Copy prompt recipes were designed for you to only write down a single word or a very tiny description. And remember, your client is going to be telling you all the answers that you need. You simply enter the information that they already gave you and you're done. Plus, the AI is smart enough to know what you mean if you misspell a word or two. This means literally anybody can be successful with our system. Question number 4. How to make sure I actually get paid? I get this question a lot, especially from people that are just getting started and haven't worked with clients before. They're worried that they may get screwed over, and that's perfectly normal. So here's what we do. We always ask for 50% upfront. You tell the client you need this in order to get started. This is standard for every industry of freelancer, consulting, contracting, or service jobs. That's our first step. Number 2 is we make sure that we use Google Docs for all of our finished work. Once you're done, the client will only get access to that Google Doc after they've paid the remaining balance. So when you're done with all of your work and the Google Doc's ready to go, the client then pays you the remaining half. Great. You're going to click the share button on the top right corner of your Google Doc and set their role to viewer. Then simply share the doc with them and tell them to click on File and go down to Make a Copy. This will make a copy that is local to their Google Drive. The reason we do this is you do not want them to change your work. I've worked with more clients than I can tell you who think they know better than me, change things around to what they think will work best, and then they get crappy results and they will blame you for that. So this way, we always keep the original and they can't blame us because they are not using our copy. So we're protecting ourselves and we're making sure we're getting paid. Question number 5. How much will I make? I got no idea. That's entirely up to you. Be proactive and put in some effort. I've made this as easy as humanly possible, but I can't just hand you clients or guarantee any specific results. Your work ethic is crucial in determining your success. Starting any kind of business requires an investment of time and energy. If you're not willing to accept that, then just move on. Question number 6. What's your refund policy again? 30-day money-back guarantee, no conditions. But if you're asking this question again, even though we've already covered it, then you probably shouldn't join. My goal is to present you with the fastest, easiest, and most in-demand opportunity in the world. If you're someone who's just looking for any reason to back out, return to your old life, and complain that you can't succeed because the cards are stacked against you, then you're not right for Robot Revolution. Keep in mind, fortune favors the bold, money loves speed. I want to work with people who are excited about capitalizing on this and changing their lives for the better. Now is the time. Sign up for Robot Revolution right now and join the other members who are already enjoying more success than ever before.